In today's video, we are going to talk about the most famous stories ever written. You may have heard some of these stories before, but let's find out together which stories are the most famous in the world. Number 1. Cinderella. This is a classic fairy tale that has been told for centuries. It is the story of a young woman who attends the Emperor's ball in elaborate garments and loses one of her golden slippers while escaping. A prince becomes enamored with the shoe and searches the kingdom for its owner, eventually finding Cinderella, and they live happily ever after. No. 2. Snow White. Another famous fairy tale by the Brothers Grimm is the story of Snow White, a young princess whose envious stepmother, the queen, orders her to be killed. Snow White escapes into the forest and finds refuge with a family of 7 dwarfs. The queen, disguised as an old peddler woman, tricks Snow White into eating a poisoned apple that puts her into a death-like slumber. A prince arrives, breaks the curse with a kiss, and they ride off into the sunset together. No. 3. Hansel and Gretel. This dark fairy tale tells the story of 2 young siblings who get lost in the woods and stumble upon a house made of candy. They are taken in by the seemingly kind witch who lives there, but it is revealed that she plans to eat them. Hansel and Gretel use their wits to outsmart the witch, and in some versions, they even get to eat her. No. 4. The Little Mermaid. This is a famous story by Hans Christian Andersen about a mermaid who makes a deal with a sea witch to gain human legs so she can become the princess bride. She undergoes an agonizing transformation and loses her voice in the process. Despite facing many challenges, the mermaid's determination to be with the prince remains steadfast. No. 5. The Frog Prince. This is another famous fairy tale by the Brothers Grimm. It is the story of a princess who is required to perform a series of tasks, including kissing a frog, in order to break the spell that has turned the frog into a prince. In this story, the princess's persistence and kindness are rewarded, and true love's kiss is not necessary. No. 6. Beauty and the Beast. This timeless story is about a young woman named Belle who falls in love with a beastly prince who has been cursed. Belle's inner beauty and compassion help break the curse and transform the beast back into a human. This story explores themes of love, acceptance, and the importance of looking beyond physical appearances. No. 7. The Ugly Duckling. This famous story by Hans Christian Andersen is about an ugly duckling who is ridiculed and rejected by his peers. But the duckling remains hopeful and eventually transforms into a beautiful swan, symbolizing the potential for growth and change. This story teaches us not to judge others based on their appearance and to believe in ourselves. No. 8. The Princess and the Pea. This is a classic fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. A princess is considered to be too sensitive to be married. To test her sensitivity, a pea is placed under a mountain of mattresses and she is asked to sleep on them. The princess feels the pea and is deemed the true princess. This story is a reminder that it is important to be true to yourself and not let others define your identity. No. 9. Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. This famous story is about a girl who sneaks into the house of a family of bears and tests various items in their home, such as their chairs, beds, and food. Goldilocks and the 3 Bears is a cautionary tale that teaches children not to trespass on other people's property. Number 10. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. This is a famous fable by Aesop that teaches a valuable lesson about the consequences of lying. The story follows a young shepherd boy who repeatedly cries wolf to trick the villagers into coming to his aid. When a wolf actually appears, the boy's cries for help are ignored, and the wolf runs away with the boy sheep. The moral of the story is that those who lie and deceive others will eventually lose their credibility, and no one will believe them, even when they are telling the truth. So these are some of the most famous stories ever written. These stories have been passed down through generations and continue to be enjoyed by people of all ages. Do you know any other famous stories? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing content.